Hello and welcome back to Exploring with Ash and Jake. Today we're going to be talking about Heather Mack, aka the suitcase killer of Bali. Heather Mack pled guilty on Friday in the U.S. to federal conspiracy charges in connection with the 2014 murder of her solicit mother, who was killed during a luxury family vacation in Bali and whose body was found stuffed in a suitcase. Mack, 27, and her now former boyfriend, Tommy Schaefer, were found guilty by an Indonesian court in 2015 of killing 62-year-old Sheila van Wees Mack. 2 years later, while in prison in Indonesia, Mack and Schaefer were charged by U.S. federal court in Chicago on charges of conspiracy to kill Mack's mother. And in 2017, Mack gave birth to the former pair's daughter while behind bars. In 2021, after serving 7 years of her 10-year prison sentence in Indonesia, Mack was released early for good behavior. Mack's U.S.-based attorney, Vanessa Fava, told People at the time she was deported back to the U.S. and was arrested by the FBI at the Chicago airport. She pled guilty to one count of conspiracy to commit murder on Friday, the AP reports. It's just crazy. Mack and Schaefer were convicted of the murder in 2014 of bludgeoning to death Van Wees Mack at an upscale hotel in Bali, Indonesia. Mack had a tempestuous relationship with her mother, and the killing reportedly took place during a vicious early morning argument. At the couple's trial, Schaefer confessed to killing and admitted to hitting Van Wees Mack repeatedly with a metal fruit bowl. Well, who knew death by fruit could be a thing? He claimed that when Van Wees Mack found out Mack was pregnant, she became very angry and, quote, threatened to kill the couple's unborn baby and tried to strangle Schaefer for nearly 30 seconds. Mack has maintained she is innocent of the premeditated murder charge for which she was convicted of. Her defense attorney argued at the trial when the fight between Mack and Mack's mother and Schaefer turned violent, Mack hid in the hotel suite bathroom. After the slaying, the couple stuffed Van Wees Mack's body into a suitcase, and hours later they placed the suitcase in the trunk of a taxi before fleeing the hotel. The driver notified the police after he spotted blood leaking from the luggage. The Chicago couple reportedly faced possible execution by firing squad, but Mack was sentenced to 10 years in prison and Schaefer was sentenced to 18 years. According to exclusive interview with Mack's and family and friends, People in 2015, she told her mother, "We were entangled in a dysfunctional, codependent relationship from which neither could break free. She never wanted to be separated from me, yet she also hated everything about me," Mack told People in jailhouse interview. "It was complicated." A family friend added, "It was like they were locked in an inescapable pattern of gridlock. It's such a sad story. It was like a disaster just waiting to happen." Mack said her relationship with her mother rapidly deteriorated after 2006 death of her father, the renowned musician and composer James Mack, who left behind a $1.5 million trust fund for his daughter. Still, Mack said, "There was a lot of good in our relationship. I don't know if I would describe us as friends, but we were close." According to Mack and a family friend, the mother and daughter also bonded over shoplifting expensive French cosmetics that the Van Wees Mack liked but never wanted to pay for, despite having plenty of money. "We take thousands and thousands of dollars worth of makeup," Mack said, "and she'd tell me that nobody would expect a kid to do that and have me steal it while she distracted the clerk. I wanted to make her happy, so I would just do it." That's just sad. Just this whole relationship that they have is just sad. Mack gave birth to a baby girl named Stella in 2015. Shortly after she was convicted in her mother's murder, Stella was allowed to live with Mack in her jail cell until she turned 2 years old, per the Indonesian laws. "She is everything. She has taught me what love is," Mack told People during a jailhouse interview in 2015. "She has given me a reason to want to live," she said of Stella. "She's given me a purpose each morning when I wake up. When Stella is awake, the days are good. I can have a breakdown, but at night when she's asleep, it's tough." In 2017, she was forced to give Stella up following her second birthday. The girl was handed over to the Australian Balinese caretaker. Wow, that's really sad. So I don't know if in Indonesia, if that's adoption or what, because here in America, when you have a baby behind bars, usually the child either goes to immediate family or up for adoption if you have no immediate family. So that's kind of interesting how those laws work in Indonesia. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. Stella returned with Mac to the U.S. in November of 2021, but was immediately placed under the care of Mac's attorney. Wow. The plot just thickens. According to the outlet, Fava relinquished custody of the girl after 7 months and traveled from Indonesia to take back temporary custody of the girl, only to be forced to give her up again in November of 2022. Since then, Stella, now 7, has been looked after by her maternal mother and cousin, Lisa Hellman. That's just so sad, the whole thing. I can never imagine going out in the world in a suitcase.